Hey guys and girls, it's Nathan Birch here from the B.Invested headquarters. Today I just want to talk about the hustle, right? The hustle for who you are and the right for you and for your family. And a lot of people say it's not easy, it's hard, life sucks, I wish it could be better. Maybe one day if this happens, maybe I'll do this and all that sort of stuff. You've probably heard some of these people, and if you're honest to yourself, we've all been there at some point in our life. How do you overcome that? I see a lot of people, they get caught up in life, right? People don't want to make the sacrifice. Everyone wants to be successful until they've got to do what it takes to be successful, yeah? I remember going to a chicken farm once and seeing the eggs that are being laid from the chickens and asking as to why the cages are they always dark and whatnot? And what was explained to me was that the chickens lay eggs when they think it's nighttime. So what they do is they dim the lights down and they put them on timers to make sure that they're always believing that it's night, so then they'll pop out more eggs. That is the system of the chicken farm to pop out more eggs and be more profitable. And I personally feel that in the system of what we're in, there's lots of iPhones and Kim Kardashians and shit that people are being stuck with in the consumer world to make the system go around. And not enough people really focusing in and doing what it really needs to be to be successful. The commitment of saving or working two jobs, the illusion that your parents might have a house that's paid off for, it's worth $1.5 million. If you want to go back to have the same things that your parents had, maybe your mindset needs to go back to where your parents' mindset was, yeah? I'm my Gen Y and I have entitlement to buy a property or whatever the fuck your belief system is. And I'm not meaning that to being disrespectful to people, at the end of the day, I'm the same, but the same Gen Y, I mean. A lot of people may sit there and make the observation, which I see in the media, and I see people talking about it, that the same observation that the parents had it lucky. Poor me, poor me. If you want to be like your parents did by buying the property that they have that's worth so much that you can't afford, do you go back and think about what times were like for your parents? Was your parents hustling away? Were they working two jobs? Did they have to put down a 50% deposit like most people did because they couldn't get a 5% deposit like today? Were they paying 20% interest rates? Were they earning 15 grand a year, not 150 grand a year? Did they have two cars or did they just have one car? Did they have iPhones everywhere? Did they have subscription services to shit that they didn't need? Because I know that life was much simpler back then. So maybe the mindset of the hustle could be a problem, right? Because I know when I was hustling, I worked two full-time jobs. I, sacrificed a chunk of my youth in order to, get ahead. I know that things were never easy, and I think if you go back to your parents it's like seeing the old happy married couple, and it's probably quite offensive. It's nice to sit there and go, oh, this happy married couple are walking down the street, they've been married for 50 years, they're holding hands, they're so happy and they're so lucky, right? It's so easy to say that, but you probably weren't there for the times that they threw the dinner plates at each other, they yelled at each other, but it's their fucking commitment to that relationship that got them to that place where you could deem it as being lucky. So, if you really want to get ahead, you probably roll up your sleeves and go out there and hustle and do what you need to do, whether it be driving an Uber on the way back home, whether it be forgoing Friday Arvo drinks and getting pissed at the pub and have to pay an Uber to get home, whether it be sacrificing your next Kentucky or whatever the case may be, to make sure that your hustle is real, to ensure that you're on track to where you want to be and to get yourself to a better place. Just some views for the day. We'll catch up soon, guys. Have an awesome day.